All right, guys. Somehow, OBS just crashed on me, so I had to take this up again. So I've got my flight planning. I'm just going direct to EGV, right? And we're good to go, ready to go here. So, just make sure that FSEconomy still has me en route, okay? And here we go. And rotate. Oh, just touched the wheels again there. All right, we're gonna have to turn around here to catch our GPS vector. Gear up. Airspeed is alive. GPS. Elevation 1600 at the airport we're going to, so probably good we fly at about 4K. Get our GPS. Autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
Okay. And we're going to hold it about 39.53, which will be just fine. Then we can optimize fuel. So part two of the stream, part two of the trip here. We're going to be going from, show you guys. So we've got we're going from KTYQ to KEGV, 370 nautical miles, 8 passengers, $536. We do have a bonus that we have to, a distance bonus of 154 that we're gonna have to fork over. So probably to the tune of about $600. Ground crew will probably make maybe $2,000 here, so not bad profit. And it's a little shorter trip than we had before, so That's cool. Yeah, let me just check my Discord here. Hold on. If you look for Bambino Games on Discord, you'll find me. But this should be the link. Hold on. Right here. That should be the link right there. I guess the other one is messed up. Not sure why. Hey, Drew. How's your day today, buddy?
It's good. Oh, it's cool.
How come?
I don't know. They just sent them.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, so let's see. Just to recap what we're doing here, we're heading to what the hell is this airport? Eagle River Union in Wisconsin. Eagle River, Wisconsin. Dropping off 8 people, 379 nautical miles, of which we have 341 left to go. We're traveling at 219, hour and a half. Let me just lean out the engine here to get my optimal burn. Reduce the fuel flow. Get ourselves situated here, and looking pretty good. We're at almost 4,000, 3953, or 3,900, I should say, and we are heading 340 or 343. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's see. It's gonna be hard for me to talk on Discord right now because I got a couple more people coming into the stream, and I just don't want to take away from that. I just want to give me 1 second here to get myself lined up properly. Give me 1 second here. Take a look at my GPS. Where is it? Boom. Okay. Hour 36. All right, guys, if you just joined the stream, I'm basically flying in FSEconomy. We're trying to make a little money here. Hopefully, we'll turn, I'm hoping about $2,500 from this trip. And it'll put me over, it put me into 5 figures. So the King Air is nice because you can, you know, carry a bunch of passengers and get yourself on the higher dollar trips. Although they do tend to be a little bit longer. This one was $379. I just did a 400 nautical mile trip before from Iowa to Indiana. Now we're going Indiana to Wisconsin. So maybe we'll be able to go from Wisconsin back to, maybe we get this plane back to where it belongs. Maybe get some bonus money back. But the bonus on this plane isn't too bad. It's only $154. So the last trip it turned out to be about $700 going about 400 miles. So that's not too bad. It's about yeah, it's about whatever. I'd have to get a calculator to figure it out. I know there's a calculation to figure out bonus, but in the $154 range, it's not that bad, especially on a flight that's got like 50. I think it's a $5,500 revenue flight. So we should do okay here. Make $2,000 or so. I'll be pretty happy with that. And it'll take a little while to get there. You're 375 out. Okay, cool. And what kind of job did you get? What kind of job did you get, Mike? Tell you what we'll do here is going to check out the sectional for Eagle River right there. So we'll probably want to go, let's look at the airport, how this is. Yeah, we'll probably want to take 4. Take 4 in. And 4 is nice because then as we roll in, we can go right into FOB or whatever and drop off these passengers. But yeah, so here's 4 right there. So as we get to right about here, we'll start to vector this way, and we'll make our run right into. Now this is a Class C, so I mean I should do a pattern. Let's just see what the pattern is. Let's see, information, remarks, left traffic. So if we're going to do left traffic, so we could just do a straight-in approach. We'll just do a straight-in approach. I mean, if we were going to do this real world, if we came out to here, this is probably about 10 miles out, and announce a straight-in approach, then we would you know, we would be fine to do that, as long as CTEF is cool. But let's set our this is what's nice. We can set our radios like this. Set COM2 to 118.325.
COM2 set to 118.32.
Okay. Set COM1 to 122.8.
COM1 set to 122.8.
All right, so that's our CTEF on COM1 and our weather on COM2. We are good to go. Got a long way to go, but we're good to go. So are you streaming right now, Mike? Let me see if you're streaming. I'm not sure if you're streaming or not. Nope. Cool. Yeah, I'll check it out real quick. Oh, I see. Cool. Looks nice. Looks nice. You've got your chat right in the window there, yeah. Looks cool. All right, so I'm gonna check out X Mirage. Yeah, I used it. I use Flight Plan Go because it's free, but I should probably use ForeFlight. Although ForeFlight, I don't think it has a flight following map like Flight Plan Go does. Which is one of the reasons why I went with Flight Plan Go, because it allows me to show this that I'm showing now on my stream. Or I'm gonna head back to my page there, Bub. Thanks for showing me that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a long flight, but it can make you some bank. That's for sure. So you'll have to download the new version of FlyInside so you can get this capability. So I'm so glad that they fixed this. So glad. Even though it's squished looking, it's still nice to be able to see the outside of the plane. And also, I've got the tower view here if you want to see that. I'm not sure if you can. There we are. There we are in the tower. I use this mouse. This was a G602 mouse. And if you can see here, it's got these buttons on the side of it, so I use those for views. Really nice. So this is cockpit view, this is the chase view, and this is the tower view. So just click real quick between them. Makes it much easier. Flight follow. You can do ride along. Which in VR, it doesn't. You don't have much of a control over that. See, just take a look at all of them. Runway. let's see what else we got here. Still spot. That's one of my favorites. Linear spot. Circle. Not much different than the chase. But I like this one. Still spot. Is my favorite. We'll try that. Put the heads. That one's really cool in VR. Watch. Well, you guys can't really see it, but. Whoa. When it flips the channel, the camera like that, that's pretty messed up. Like 3D. All right, let me get my shit straightened out here. All right, so here's one thing, Mike. I don't know. What kind of yoke do you use? Do you use a yoke? One second, let me get this. Gotta go check something out here. Got a long flight here. Gonna check something out. Let me some chase. Gotta take the headset off for a second there. coming up to Lake Michigan here. Yeah, Mike, though, but I have to talk to other people here in the stream, you know. How do you pronounce your last name? Is it Ataki? Is that correct? Ataki 12? Your handle here, is it Ataki 12? I'm using, well, you can see what I'm using. The CH product. So what I was going to say to you is that when you're, what I find in Fly Inside is sometimes the height, your height in the cockpit changes. So I use the hat button here to be able to raise it up and down like this. And actually, you can go down here if you want to look at like some of the lower instruments and stuff like that. So I think the Warthog has a hat. I'm not sure if you use it that way as well. Lovely Lake Michigan. Chicago's right over there. That is the city of Chicago, although there's not much autogen there. My stream is a voice overlay on your stream? Okay. Cool. What do you mean, which key? You mean which key I use? Oh, the keystroke for moving up and down, you mean? What for moving up, down, left, right? I think it's move up, down, left, move up, move down, move left, move right. If you go into the X-Plane settings, you should be able to do a search on move. And there's move up, move down, move left, move right. What's great about it is like when you're in the cockpit. So if I'm in the cockpit here, if I want to just move over to the co-pilot seat, I just hold this button and now I'm over in the co-pilot seat. I can actually move outside the plane if I want to, which is kind of weird, but you can do that. But it comes in very handy because for some reason the elevation in the headset kind of shifts from time to time. Not sure why that happens, but it does happen. One of the little tips of VR, I'm actually going to come out with a video for the top 10 VR flight sim tips for X-Plane, and there's definitely 10 of them. Things that I'm sure you found out too, but I think it would help others. Why do I have a red light on down there? What is that? Down lock release. No, what does that mean? Not sure. Well, we got an hour and 16, 263 left to go. Heading to Eagle River, Wisconsin. I tell you, I know FSEconomy is free, and it's great that someone developed it, and not sure. Not sure why that's happening to you. It works fine for me. Maybe you've got to set it when. I'm not sure. You're talking about that keystroke. I'm not sure. But what I was going to say was FSEconomy. It's great, and it's great that it's free. But it would be nice if it was there's a lot of features that I think you could add to it. That would be helpful. Like if you could search for only passenger cargo, or if you could, if you could like kind of like improve the searching so that you could say, I want a King Air C90, I want more than 7 passengers, and I want trips that are greater than between 200 and 400 nautical miles. And then boom, it'll come back and tell you all of those routes. That would be cool if it did that. Because right now, unless I'm missing something, you have to kind of do things by hand to find stuff. And it takes a while to find, for at least, again, unless I'm doing something wrong. But a really good search function would be really cool to have. This is funny. I'm looking at the flights for the next one when I'm at Eagle River. Obnoxious woman. Case of fudge, obnoxious woman, pop drinker, so multiple obnoxious women. Oh, I wonder, can we... Oh, here's... Can you select, like, I guess I could select all of these, right? And then just make one job out of them, which is I think I'm going to do. Although all these people on one flight might be kind of a pain in the ass. We got 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. They're all going to the same place. I can fit them all on my plane. I can add them all. That's what I should do. I didn't even think of that. Duh. So it's a 97 nautical mile flight. That's $6,500. Okay, I think that's what I might do on my next flight, if that's doable. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not able to get that keystroke, but it's definitely one that's helpful. Good. Doesn't that work? Isn't that great to have? It just makes things much easier. So I don't know if you heard me before, but is there a way to do like detailed searches on FSEconomy? Like if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to search, I wanted to find all the flights for King Air C90s, right? that were great, 5 passengers or greater, that were nautical miles within a certain range. I don't think there's a way to do that, but if there was, that would be awesome. If there was, that would be awesome. So 192 in the Baron, that's pretty quick. Let's see, what am I doing here? 207. I got 242 to go. Hour 9. I was just saying, FSEconomy is fun, it's great, but it would be great if it had some better searching tools. I'm not sure who is responsible for it, but that would be a great improvement if it had like a real detailed search engine. Oh, you don't have FSEconomy? Okay. It's pretty cool, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to install with X-Plane, because you have to run a certain release of Python. It's 279 something, and it's not too hard. You follow the instructions, and it's, you can get, with reasonable amount of understanding, you can get it done. But it's not a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. Yes, I don't know if you know, but Caronado just came out with a King Air, and I was looking at buying it. It's like 35 bucks. I was thinking about buying it, but then I looked at the avionics, and it's got a 430 in it, a G430 instead of a 530. Why would they do that? Why would they not put the 530 in? I have a 530 and a 430. The 530 is so much, to me, I don't know, it's so much easier to use. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab up these 8 jobs and put them all on my plane. Pop drinker, the 3 obnoxious women, the 2 pop drinkers, the 3 fishing guides, and the case of fudge. Put that all on my plane and go to, where is KWIS? Oh, and there's a lot I could do there too. Cool. Alright, that's the way to go. Learn something, grab all these people, put them on your plane, go to the same place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. Fit them all. 8 times 8, 8 times 9 times 77 grand. Not bad. Take all of them. Put them on the Beechcraft. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Short trips with lots of people. Yeah, I recommend checking out FSEconomy. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's different. Obviously, Pilot Edges takes more, gives you more of the real world pilot kind of thing, it is kind of cool to have a mission, you know. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to just take a little break here. I'm going to be right back. Keep things running here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. Cool. How are we doing here? Let's see. Let me get my centering. We got. Oh, we broke the 200 mark. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, crap. 182, less than an hour to go. Cool. So, wanted to know what you thought about the new price for Oculus Rift. $399. What a great, I mean, that's an awesome price. So you get the Rift, you get 2 sensors, you get the Oculus Touch controllers, the Xbox remote, and the Oculus remote for $400. Now, for all that stuff, I think I paid $879 because I had to buy the separate sensor, and I had to buy the touches separate. So it's more than half price from what it was, a year ago. And if you've got the PC for it, it's definitely worth it for sure. All right, Mike. So yeah, anybody watching this afterwards, if you've been on the fence about Rift, take advantage of that price. I'm not sure it's going to stay there for long. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that being the price going forward. I just know what they're trying to do is they're trying to stimulate growth of the market, or maybe they're trying to clear out stock, whatever it is. Again, if you got the PC and you've got the money to buy it and fly inside, because you'll need fly inside for VR until the fall for X-Plane, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Most people who have done it will tell you it's definitely worth it. Now, there's some that have said they tried VR before and they're not happy with it for whatever reason. They feel that's, the detail isn't as good. It's not real life. It's fuzzy. But yes, that's true, because you're looking at a screen it's just a little more than 1080p. But the trade-off in my mind is you get the 3D depth, the sense of height. Like, I really do feel like I'm 4,000 feet in the air when I look around. The sense of, all the instrument panel, all the instruments here in this plane are like I could reach out and touch them. They look three-dimensional. They pop off of the panel, which is, that's the trade-off. You get the little bit of fuzziness that you can have, and that depends on the plane. Now, some planes that have 4K graphics are going to look much better. Like, I will tell you that the 172, the stock 172, looks awesome. It really does in the inside. Much better than this. This is not high res. This is not a high res cockpit, if you will. The 172 is. Most of the Carenado planes are. The Aerosphere planes are. The V-Flight Air plane, I have the SR20. That is definitely VR worthy for sure. So it's definitely worth checking out. I try, sometimes I fly in 2D to record stuff for the channel, and I gotta tell you, it's a real challenge. It really is, especially landing. It's so much easier to land in VR because you can move your head around, you get a sense for where you are in space, and it's so much easier. All right, so we're coming off Lake Michigan here. We've got about 48 minutes to go. Is it 160? 167? Be there before you know it. Oh, getting rid of my BRB. All right, how we doing? Well, we're well past the halfway mark, which is cool. 162 left. And making our way to Eagle River. Check out the outside of the plane. Love that. A lot of farms out here. So if you're wondering why the plane looks squished, that's because you have to check for VR. You have to have the non-proportional view on for it to work properly. So that's one of the drawbacks. Now, hopefully, when X-Plane comes out with their version of native VR, that won't be the case. I'll be able to see these views in 2D. Now, when I look through the headset, it looks perfectly fine. It looks like a three-dimensional plane, which is really cool, actually. But what you're seeing in the 2D mirroring is a smushed plane, kind of. But that's just because you have to have that non-proportion chip box checked. So, in any event, one of the drawbacks. And if you don't know about this, Laminar is having a live stream tonight, a live conference tonight on Facebook. I believe it's on Facebook. 7:30 Eastern tonight. I'm going to be tuning into that. They had some shots of them in the developers all together, and they were on the big screen. They were looking at what appeared to me to be a G1000. And Austin Meyer did say they were working on a G1000 when they talked back in I guess it was May. And if you've done any livery work on the stock Cessna, you will see that there's an instrument panel plate that has two squares cut out for a glass cockpit. So my guess is once they come out with the G1000, the first plane they're going to come out with it for will be the C172, which would be pretty cool. Would have to transition from the analog to the digital C172, but yeah. So I think we might hear a little bit or see a demonstration of that tonight. I just have a funny feeling. So it's tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and I'm pretty sure it's on Laminar Research's Facebook page. You'll see you can check the live stream out there. I'll definitely be watching that. I'll probably be flying while I'm watching it. But yeah, I know that they're working hard on VR. They showed that at Flight SimCon. I wasn't at Flight SimCon, but my understanding is that had a demonstration booth where they were showing native VR with both the Rift and the Vive. And what's cool about it is you're going to be able to get outside the plane and walk around or teleport around the plane, so you could do outside inspections and stuff like that. So that's pretty damn cool, if you ask me. Now let's check out our runways here again. I want the longer runway. I don't want 31. I'd rather take 4. Even though 31 would be an easier route, but I'd rather take 4. So to take 4, we're going to have to fly to the west a little bit and then make our way into 4. So that's what we'll be doing. We got a little ways to go before we have to worry about that, although it'll probably go by pretty quick here. But yeah, so hopefully we'll see the G1000 tonight from a demo of that from Laminar. And let's see. So yeah, so we talked about the summer Rift price. Jump on that if you're interested in Rift. I have a video on it's the virtual reality flight simulation guide, or a guide to, I forget what I call it, guide to virtual reality flight simulation. Check that out if you're just getting into it. and it goes into some of the things you need to think about. Your PC config and a few other things. So it's a short video. It's like for less than 10 minutes, I think, but it's packed with a lot of information. And basically, it's everything that I learned getting this thing set up over the last 4 or 5 months, and hopefully that'll help you. I also have a settings video for FlyInside, Oculus Rift, and X-Plane. That's a pretty quick video, and that's I think I based that on the 1080 Ti, which is what I'm running now. Pretty sure, I can't remember, but that's a good video. The difference really between the 10, I had a 1070 before. The difference is really real world objects can be up a little bit, and your anti-aliasing can be upped a little bit with the 1080. I was running everything else at the textures and stuff at pretty high rates with the 1070. So yeah, the 1080 just gives you that extra horsepower to do that other stuff. But Laminar doesn't really, X-Plane doesn't really take advantage of all the capabilities of the newer, even the CPUs, the multi-core CPUs. That won't really come until they transition to Vulkan, because right now they're using OpenGL for their graphics platform. Once they get to Vulkan, they'll be able to really push the higher end GPUs, and I think we're going to see like some crazy frame rates. I'm hoping, because native VR is going to need that. Now they're going to do native VR and OpenGL because they're planning on native VR first, and then OpenGL is like 2018 according to the last live stream. So in any event, they have a lot of things on their plate to improve this platform. I'm still really glad that I chose X-Plane. I looked at them all. I kind of shied away from P3D just because of the price. $200 was a lot of money. FSX was old technology, so really there was only one choice for me, X-Plane, and turned out I'm pretty damn happy with that choice. I think it's worked out really well, and I'm really satisfied with it. All right. Let's just see what kind of airports we have around here. We got plenty of places to land if we got in trouble. Plenty of places. Here's our shaded relief view. And this is our topographic. Oh, we can go to street view. Show you the street view to Wisconsin, and then we'll go back to top. Oh, here's satellite. See that? That's the satellite view. Back to top. So yeah, so looking forward to Laminar Research's live stream tonight. Should be pretty cool. Always lively. It's funny watching Austin Meyer. This like such a high energy kind of guy. I can only imagine what it would be like to work for that kind of guy. He's quite a character. I actually did send him an email about a month ago about VR, and the guy, he answered me back. I had a suggestion. He answered me back, and he forwarded it to Chris, who's the guy who's working on VR. It was within like an hour. So he listens to people. I mean, I wouldn't recommend sending him bullshit emails, but he listens to the people that are using his products, and if I think something catches his eye, he's going to be one of the first kind of people to respond to it. So I was surprised. I was really surprised. But yeah, so looking forward to that. The world of VR and native VR and X-Plane 11. All right, let's see. Get back in the cockpit here. I don't know why I keep doing this. I have this set up on my mouse. 128.37 miles, not bad. Making our way, making our way. Let's set, let's see, let me get back in here and see if we can, I'll turn on COM 2. Have COM 2 set to the ATIS for Eagle River. Notice that the mixture doesn't have much effect on this plane. I mean, the gauges aren't moving at all. I'm moving the mixture almost down to nothing. Mixture has no effect on this plane. It has effect on the torque. That's it. But it doesn't affect the fuel flow, which is what I would expect it to affect. And I don't have there's no EGT gauge. Odd. All right, so we are heading our way into Eagle River. Going to be on runway 4. Set heading bug to 040.
Heading bug set to 040 degrees.
Where's my heading bug? Doesn't have a heading bug, does it? Set heading bug to 370.
Heading bug set to 370 degrees.
No. Set heading bug to 040.
Heading bug set to 040 degrees.
It's over there. Set heading bug to 030. Set heading bug to 370.
Heading bug set to 370 degrees.
Where's the bug? Well, that sucks. There's no heading bug. All right, we don't need to know. We don't need no stinking heading bug. All right, Mike, I'm going to check your stream out here. Yeah, I think I should probably pay for ForeFlight. ForeFlight looks pretty cool. $90 a year, or $80 a year, whatever it is. It's probably worth getting. Although I have to make sure it's got a moving map that I can use. Wonder if they have a trial. Just looking at Mike's stream, it's pretty cool. ForeFlight's pretty cool. Well, we're in the deep part of Wisconsin here. Half hour to go. Mystery, how you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Just heading to Eagle River, Wisconsin. We're almost there. We've got about, let's see, 26 minutes to go, 93 nautical miles, carrying our load. Our passengers are 9 passengers that are heading we came from Iowa. I'll show you where we came from here real quick. Well, I can show you here. There's our route. KTYQ to KEG Eagle River. So it was a 379 nautical mile trip so far, well, total. So we're just about coming to the end of it here. Flying high and mean. Oh yeah, yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. What you see in the stream is it's only, I mean, I can, when I have the headset on, you see from, let's say, the prop to the GPS. I see from a little bit further than that. But I could just easily turn my head very quickly and I can see everything. So it's kind of, it doesn't really, VR is not represented well at all on 2D, on you know, streaming. It just doesn't represent well. If you, when you have the headset on, you can turn like this. You sort of get used to having a 110-degree field of view, so it doesn't seem as limiting. But you know, actually, when I really look at it, I'm going from the middle part of that prop to the 2/3 of the GPS, and that is my field of view. That's my field of view if I'm just looking straight. But again, I just go like this, turn my head like a 1/4 inch, and you expand your field of view. And the whole idea is being able, you move around, you get used to it, right? You get used to having this on and moving your head around to be able to see things quickly. One of the limiting factors of VR is the field of view. It's, you know, 110 degrees. That, anything more than that's going to require something much bigger on your head, right? Because it's the screen size. So right now you see what an Oculus Rift is kind of like parallel with your temples. When you have something that's, the greater the field of view, the more you're going to have to move. You're going to have to increase the width of the headset because you need bigger screens in there, right? Or you move things closer to your eye, or, you know, I'm sure there's other tricks they're thinking about. But I think the most field of view I've seen in a VR headset is is it Star Max? I think it's called the Star Max, which is, they're using at IMAX theaters, and that's like 200 degrees or close to 200, like 180 degree or something like that. It's pretty, it's much more, but it's like that's a commercial grade VR headset, which is very expensive. But you know, for me, this is fine. It's fine. All right, we got 81 nautical miles left. We're coming in runway 4. So we're going to have to start flying a little bit to the west. Probably when we get to around Landglad there. You have any other questions about VR? Happy to answer them for you. Cool. Yeah, I highly recommend, like, if you have an opportunity, check it out. It's it takes some getting used to, but once you see what it's like, it is really incredible. And when I look out the window here, I see an engine, a 3-dimensional cowling on an engine. I can see a prop spinning. I can see the exhaust. It's 3-dimensional, and beyond it, you know, 4,000 feet down is the ground, and it looks to me like I'm 4,000 feet in the air. And that's the cool thing about VR. That sense that you actually are high up in the air. You know, in 2D flight sims, you don't get that. Everything's flat. Your brain kind of tricks you into thinking you're that high, but here your brain doesn't have to think about it because you're given that image of 3 dimensions, which is really, really cool. Yeah, you know, as far as GA versus airliners, I like flying GA. The reason why I fly GA mostly is because I'm working on Pilot Edge, and I've got aspirations to someday go for a PPL, single engine PPL. So that's one of the reasons why I, fly a lot of GA. Usually I'm flying the Cessna 172 or the Piper Seminole. Those are my two, or the SR-20, the Cirrus SR-20. Those are the three planes I fly the most. I'm flying this plane because, it's cargo, or bigger, and I can make more money in FSEconomy with it. As far as the big iron, it's intriguing to me. At some point, I'll want to get into it. I mean, I have flown them. I don't know how the system. I haven't spent time learning the systems like some of the other guys on Twitch have, or people have. It takes some time to learn. I kind of get the sense that it's a lot of computer flying, but that's fine. The FMS and all that. That's fine. And I'm sure someday I'll do that. But for now, I really do enjoy the general aviation stuff. So I think if you're looking at my streams or my YouTube channel, it's going to be mostly general aviation, for sure. Yeah, well, if you want to fly in the EU, then you have VATSIM, right? From what I hear, VATSIM's pretty good. I've never used it, but I've watched, videos of people using it. It seems to be okay, although the audio quality doesn't sound that great, but seems to be all right. The Pilot Edge is pretty professional. The only issue with Pilot Edge is that you've got one controller operating multiple towers. And that's fine, but when you listen to like a frequency, like let's say you're in St. Louis, right? And you put on the tower frequency. You not only hear people talking to the St. Louis tower, but you hear pilots talking to like John Wayne and LAX and others on that same frequency. And I understand why they do it, but I kind of don't understand why they do it. I mean, I think if there was a way to keep the frequencies separate, that would be better and more real world, But in any event, for what it is, I mean, Pilot Edge is definitely worth. I pay $19 a month for the LA area. That's all I really need, and it's doing the cat ratings and stuff is a lot of fun, and it forces you to do some real world things when you're flying, and that's why I do it. So yeah, I like Pilot Edge. Hey Mike, welcome back. All right, so I'm getting close to being let's see, we got 63 nautical miles, 17 minutes out. I'm going to just make my map a little bigger as I go along here. And all right, so it's pretty soon here we're going to start flying a little bit to the northwest. You had some fried chicken wings, awesome. I'm level 3 right now. I passed my level 3, getting ready for level 4. Level 4 seems pretty easy. It's the first tower to tower. Yeah, I love the chicken wings too, man. So yeah, getting ready for my Cat 4. Probably be doing that sometime this week. Cat 10, awesome. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure like on a Friday night there's a lot of people on there. For me, a Cat 3, I really haven't done too much in the way of interacting with, controlled airspace. So that's going to start to come soon, and that's I'm looking forward to it. It's cool. It's good to do in the virtual world. You kind of learn, you're learning what to do, which is pretty damn cool. So, all right, so I'm going to get this plane down on the ground here and collect my coin, and then I'm probably going to call it a stream for now. But I may be back later to try to make a little bit more money in FSEconomy. So let's see, what do we got here? Let's pull our GPS up. 15 minutes out. Okay, so just to review, I don't hear the ATIS yet. Should get it at 50 nautical miles. I have the COM 2 on. So just to review, we're going to be landing in 4. I'm going to do a straight in landing. Let's go to information, frequencies, CTAF. Just make sure I got your 122.8 and 118.32. 122.8 and 118.32. Okay, got the COM 2 on. And hopefully we'll hear ATIS when we, probably about 50 nautical miles, we'll hear the weather. You have 50 minutes left. All right, dude. Well, what I'll do is when I finish, I'll come over and watch you, all right? Until my wife calls me for dinner, which is probably going to be pretty soon. But I'm going to be finished here, hopefully within about 20 minutes, maybe. And then I'll come over and watch you a little bit, okay? All right, let's see here. Map's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, my last landing with this was 22 is better. Why is 22 better?
Eagle River Union weather.
Yeah, I'll
calm,
just go 4.
Visibility more than 10.
That way I don't have
Sky
to go
conditions
around.
23,000 scattered.
Yeah, but I'm not
Temperature
using...
11, dew point -25. Altimeter 2992.
I don't have weather on, Mike, so it doesn't really affect me.
Eagle River Union weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 23,000 scattered, temperature 11, dew point -25.
Turn COM 2 off.
Altimeter 2992.
That work? Yep. Pilot command, a plane command, man. It's a must with VR. You gotta have plane command with VR. Turn COM 2 on.
Eagle River Union weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 23,000 scattered, temperature 11, dew point -25. Altimeter 2992.
Turn COM 2 off. Alright. Cool. 46 miles out.
Eagle River Union weather.
Turn COM 2
Wind
off.
calm, visibility more than 10.
COM 2 off.
Sky conditions 23,000 scattered,
It's worked before.
temperature 11.
Turn off COM 2.
-25. Transponder
Turn
is
off COM 2.
Transponder is already
Didn't-
off.
Oh, it's trying to do the transponder. Alright. Had to do it by manual. Worked before. That was weird. Got yourself the C-172 with airfoil labs today. Oh, yeah. Don't... Yeah, I have the airfoil labs 172 also. That's a nice plane. It's interesting plane. It's nice to have all that capability to do failures and the real world modeling. It's a nice plane. They did a nice job with it. I wish they would fix the sound problem. When you go from the outside to inside view, you get that loud whoosh sound. I wish they would fix that. But it's a nice plane. I do like it. I keep telling myself I'm going to use it in some of the Pilot Edge stuff, but I end up using the 172. I've flown in Alaska with both of them, yes. Yeah, I know. I noticed that. It's pretty cool. Actually, the windows fog up on the Aerosphere Piper Seminole, too. I noticed that. It was like an evening flight, and I got fog on the windows. Yeah, I don't like the way the throttle sounds on it either, and I don't like... It seems like whenever you turn the plane and the airfoil labs, you hear like the wings moving or something. I don't know. Some of the maybe that's real world sound. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Just for me, some of the sounds, I think they need to do a little bit better job on their audio. But other than that, it's a pretty cool plane. But you know, for those who don't want to spend $35, I think the 172 is pretty solid plane too. It doesn't have all the same failure modeling and, you know, the checklists and all that stuff, but it is a pretty, the standard 172 is a pretty solid plane too. All right, we are approaching 36 nautical miles outside of Eagle River, getting closer and closer, and we're going to start to, I'm going to start to fly here to the northwest a little bit, right over Dam Lake, and then into runway 4. Yeah, the part deterioration is cool about, that's what's cool about the airfoil labs. I totally agree. Yep. Totally agree. But what's really nice about X-Plane is, think about, you are getting the 172 stock, and that's a fine plane for anyone to use, like in Pilot Edge or anything, right? It's a great plane to learn on, especially if you're really serious about learning how to fly in a simulator. It's a really good plane. If you want to step up, you step up to the 172. You know. Yeah, it sounds like loose luggage. It's exactly. I agree with that. That's exactly what it kind of sounds like. Yeah, the fogging windows is a cool thing. Like I said, they do a nice job of that, but they do need to fix the audio on that. They need to spend some time on the audio. Because audio, especially in VR, is so important to the immersion. It really is. It's super important to the immersion. All right, so let's hope I don't screw the pooch on this landing like I did the last time. Although I did get it in, I probably damaged the tires, or the shock absorbers. All right, so I'm going to be starting my vector here, and let's see, which way do I want to go here? Probably it's about 30 degrees, so let's get ready to fly. I'm going to fly to about 300 here. Autopilot's off. Okay. As soon as I start, there we go. As soon as I turn the autopilot off, I always lose the damn, oops, shit. I always lose the damn map. Yes, this is the default C90. Yep. All right, let's keep her right there. Now, I can't see chat, guys, when I'm flying because I have my the headset on, so just kind of like trim it out and I think look like we did pretty good on gas. We're gonna be we're in the yellow, but we're okay. We'll have enough to get there. No worries. All right, let's get our mixture in. Thanks for the follow, guys. I appreciate it. Can't see who it is, but I do appreciate the follow. Mixture in, gas in, throttle in. 17 miles. I'm using Flight Plan Go. It's a free app. You can get it up for the iPad. It's called Flight Plan Go. Also has a web. They have a website too. It does most of what ForeFlight does, but I don't think it's got the same like flight planning capabilities as ForeFlight. I don't want to be gaining altitude here. Nice reflection of the sun on those lakes over there. Lots of lakes in Wisconsin and Minnesota, I know that. Set heading bug to 040.
Heading bug set to 040 degrees.
Set heading bug to 000.
Heading bug set to 000 degrees.
Where the hell is the heading bug? Set heading bug to 040.
Heading bug set to 040 degrees.
I don't see the heading bug. Oh well. What's nice about the Rift, you could just lift your head and look through the nose hole and see the map. All right, so we are 7 miles out. I should be able to see this. Let's start slowing down here a little bit. Flaps down. I should be able to see this runway. I don't see it. That's because it's over there. There it is. I see it. All right, gear down. Start to slow the plane down. So gas is in, mixtures in, undercarriage down, prop, gump. There's 4 right there. You guys can see that. Runway 4 is right there. So we'll got a visual on the field. A little late, but Eagle River traffic. Beechcraft or King Air 328 Tango Delta straight in landing runway 040 full stop Eagle River. Kind of a blown call, but simulated anyway. So we got our gear. We got 3 green on the gear. We're gonna go full flaps, 1,600 feet this runway, so got 1,000 to go. Sun behind us. And bringing these, I think it's 8 people to Eagle River. $110 knots. Can't imagine landing this plane in the wind. That's going to take some practice. 500 feet. $100 knots. Don't want to go much below 90. Trim it up. We are coming in quick. Ooh, don't want to stall it. Don't stall it. Okay, all right, floating a little bit. All right, don't, come on, baby, come on. Ooh, no, crash. Oh, man, that was nasty. Ooh. I nicked the prop. That was bad. All right, I got to practice with the King Air, guys, that's for sure. I nicked the prop. The prop stopped. I would have been in big trouble, and I probably caused about... Oh, the engine is flaming. Oof. I wonder if that's going to hit me on FSEconomy. I guess we'll find out. Let's see if we could taxi here. Nope. Engine's died. Okay. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah, that was terrible. All right, let's see how we did here. FSEconomy, finish flight. Okay. That's good. Wow, what a horrible landing. All right, log. What do we make? Ooh, 228. I wonder what we did to the plane, though. All right, $2,800. That's pretty cool to take that. More than I expected, actually. Distance bonus was only $21. I guess we're getting close to where this guy is. Let's see what we did to the plane. All right, so let's get our money. Banking. Set cash to 0. Boom. So where are we? 5 figures. Nice. All right, so back to my log, and I want to take a look at this plane. So we're here. Plane's here. Let's take a look at any damage. No. No, I guess not. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, that was a terrible landing. That was terrible. Let's see if I can. Here's a good thing here. Let's try to. Let me see if I can do safe flight. All right, let's load. Let me do this. Let me load flight. And we'll take a look at just how bad that landing was. Oh, man. That was awful. Awful. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that. It just doesn't, I think the plane stalled. I underpowered it and the plane just stalled. Come on, you guys can tell me how horrible that was. I'm not offended. I know it was horrible. No one has any comments about that landing at all? Nobody? Nobody? Come on. Yeah, that said enough. That was terrible. All right, let's see. Stop. Let's go to here. Isn't this nice? Now you weren't able to do this in VR before. You couldn't use replay when you had the headset on. So now you can. But I'm going to also see now so I can take it off proportion. It's going to take a little bit for it to go fast forward here because it's a long ass flight. Yeah, that was terrible. Oof. Could take a little bit here to move us up here in the flight. And we can review that horrible landing. Give it a second here. Yeah, that was like I think I broke some bones. I'm sure some of the passengers had some broken bones after that. Did I go black here? All right, cool. All right, so let me see if I can do this. Pause. Go here and go to non-proportional. Take that off. And then I can go to view, external, chase. Right? And are we installing proportional? Doesn't let me turn it off. Alright, we'll just look at it this way. Let's see. Go to here. Go to there. Oof. Yeah, that was not good. I don't know why it doesn't show the airport here. That's weird. But I smoked it. Watch the compression in the gear. I think the gear compresses. Oof. That was really bad. All right, well, and I hit one of the props, man. That's okay. Well, I'm gonna have to practice with the King Air. I'm gonna have to do pattern work with the King Air. Oh, there's the runway. Look at the angle of the plane. Awful. The nose is down. I didn't flare the plane at all. I hit the front wheel first, and then I tried to flare it. Yeah, that's no good. All right, well, lesson learned. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the stream. I'm going to head over to Ataki 12's page or stream and watch him land. Let's see if we can see what he's doing here. Guys, I appreciate.
Hey Gibbs, what's up?
What's going on, James?
All right, guys, I'm going to just check one thing. Hold on. I'm going to give Taki 12 a host here. So I'll only have 2 people, but slash host AITKE 12. All right, buddy. Here comes 2 people. Thanks for watching, guys.